Check, check. Hold up. Let me get shit off of here. Compelled. Here we are. Such a powerful world. Excuse me, such a powerful word. Powerful word. And I'm gonna leave this as raw as possible. I felt compelled. Like, I feel compelled. Like, I need to speak on some shit. And I want to speak on some shit. And a few months ago, while I was listening to one of the multiple podcasts that have truly impacted my life and have given me like a lot of alignment with a lot of like-minded thinkers and just beautiful philosophies and just amazing teachers, you know what I'm saying? I had an idea about I wanted to do a podcast, and I didn't know along the lines of what, and I didn't want to just seem like, oh, you know what I mean, it's a popular thing, so let's jump into this shit, let's do it. And for those who know me, I don't like the camera. I've been self-conscious about a lot of shit in my life, and I've been evolving, you know, evolving at my pace. 34-year-old man, about to be 35, and this is my present story, not the whole thing. And that's why I decided that once I was compelled to just speak. I've recently been inspired, again, not by podcasts, but just by people who have been speaking. There's a lot of shit out there. There's a lot of existential teachings, right? There's a lot of like spirituality or whatever the hell we want to call it. It's all over the internet. You see it everywhere. This is what I felt compelled on, though. I see a running theme with these videos, and the running theme is every single teacher or contributor or guru, whatever the fuck you want to call them, every single one that's like relaying these messages to you through whatever medium it is, whether you see it scrolling through your timelines or you see it on YouTube or you're searching for it, everyone is telling you what to do from this like extreme peak of success, right? They'll be doing it like, oh, you want to get like me, you know, thoughts become things and all this shit, and they're on the beach, and you know what I mean? Everything is beautiful, and I'm not discrediting that. I'm not doubting that. I aspire for that. This is where I felt like I should come in at and be compelled to speak, because I tell my daughter this often, and I've heard this often. As far as the first part, sorry, I'm nervous, man. I hate cameras. I've never been one to be like in front of the camera. I get a little nervous, but this is all gonna iron out, man. This is gonna become a beautiful journey. You know what I mean? I was compelled. This is it. Compelled, the podcast, episode 1 with my ass. Many people know me as Anthony. Many people know me as a mystery. Many people know me as instrumentality. One half of laryngitis, Mr. Tommy Yaj, serious tone, badmouth poet, the pimpish hippie, whatever the fuck you know me as. This is me. This is me speaking from my heart. And I want to share this with many of you, because I know you guys are in the same exact situation that I'm in, right? Where we hear these things and we watch these videos, right? And we are like, oh man, if that's really all it is like the power of the mind, and we just have to think, and thoughts become reality and all this shit. And that is a beautiful testament, and I truly believe in that. But I truly believe that there's levels to this shit, right? And that accomplishment can only be determined by the people achieving stuff, right? So, no, excuse me. I fucked up my own quote. Look at me. See, this is me being nervous, but this is all real. This is all reality, okay? I've said this for years. Success can only be measured by the people achieving it, right? So, whatever's success to you, that's your reality, okay? So, I wanted to come to Washington. I needed a new start. I wanted to come back to my birthplace where my soul, my being first touched the earth, was this small town of Vancouver, Washington. This little city on the water right across from Portland. I moved to Salt Lake. When I was 4 years old, and I lived out there for 3 decades, and I literally lived in the same 5-mile radius for 30 years. And so I've been on this like spiritual journey. I've been on this just this head case of a journey, trying to scramble what is going on in here, trying to understand why everything seemed so fucking hard for me, and why I kept getting in my own way, and why I kept creating a reality that was hell. So this is where I'm getting. This is where I'm getting to. All right. This is what I want to touch on. Thoughts become things, and if that sounds like fucking hokey to you or bullshit, look at what the fuck you're watching this on. Look at what you're listening to this on. Look at your phone. Look at your computer. The TV. Look at all these distractions that were once an idea, that was once a thought, and it became something, right? So anytime I've ever said that around anyone, they've always kind of given me like the side eye, like this dude's always on some weird shit, and that's fine. But just look around you, because every single fucking thing around you has been a thought. It was manifested in someone's mind. So back to this thought becoming things. I'm not here to sit here and tell you like, oh man, like I manifested all this shit and look at how great my life is. Look, I am fucking broke right now, man. I'm fucking broke. I just got an email today, and it told me I'm negative $48 in my account, and that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And this is my life. This is my journey. But what I'm trying to, excuse me, this is hard, man, because I was like going over this, and I was like, man, just be honest and be real and try to explain the power of all of this, the power of the mind. I suffered with depression. I don't know if it was a chemical imbalance. I don't know what it was. I mean, it's rampant in my family. My mama was on Prozac, and I just remember that name. It always stuck in my mind. And I remember my mom telling me one time it made her suicidal. My brothers dealt with it. It's rampant in the family, and I wasn't immune to that. And I suffered from it for years. And I suffered with addiction. I've never been a junkie. I never fucked with no meth. I never fucked with no heroin. But if you smoking weed and you're treating it like it's crack, you're a crackhead, man. You're just in denial, just like I was. And I smoked fucking weed. I was scraping resin. I'm drinking the cheapest beer. That's crackhead behavior, okay? That is like vices to the highest level. Regardless if I was conducting myself, if I was handling my business, I was a fucking lame for so long. I have this dream since 17 years old and before that. But I put it out to the universe at 17 that I was going to become a rap artist. I was going to do this. This was going to be my life. You know what I'm saying? And it was just more of like, I wanted to share, and I just wanted to share my mentality at that time. I was always like an artist of realism. But I was suffering from so much mentally. And not only mentally, but so much fucking conditioning. So much that I just lost who the fuck I am. And so I couldn't even tell you the exact amount of time, but we'll say at the very least, the last 5 years, unconsciously, I didn't realize that I was on this journey to become the fucking dude I am today, to speak on this camera and to share this with you. And I know I'm rambling. Please bear with me. This will get a lot more smoother. You know what I'm saying? And I should have wrote down like a list and have talking points and shit, but I'm just going to freestyle this because I want this to be real. I want it to be genuine, okay? So, long story short, my music career goes nowhere. But not because of it was like a lackluster product. No, nothing like that. I mean, I have countless people who will, you know what? My music will speak for itself. This isn't even a plug. So, fuck all that. My music went nowhere, all right? Nowhere. No participation, nothing. The only thing I had going for me was this guiding light, was this like savior known in Salt Lake as At the Crib Productions. And it was like this desperation move that I made in 2010. When, once again, I was depressed. I just got out of jail. I'm sitting back on my couch. All of my studio equipment is gathering dust. I'm not doing anything with it. I feel inadequate. I have imposter syndrome to the highest degree. I don't know what the fuck I can stand on. I don't know what the fuck I'm even trying to do anymore. And I have a kid. And at this time, she's almost 2 years old. And I'm a fucking lame. I'm a loser. Nothing going for me, man. No music out. Just this obsession, this dream that became this obsession fueled by depression that I just sat in a fucking corner for so long. And I wouldn't even show people my music. Like, I was so fucking lost. And then in 2010, for whatever it is, and they say if you can look back and connect the dots and see you're exactly where you're supposed to be, well, then that's a good sign of your future being certain. That's why I'm so certain. That's why I'm doing this now. Because the crib saved my fucking life. And if you were part of the crib in the very beginning, you were that original core family. You was there for the 12-hour sessions, for that just wild strangers from different parts of the country and all of this shit. And I'm the catalyst of all this. And I don't even know how to fucking produce. I don't even know how to engineer. I couldn't do it for myself. Yet, I made a damn flyer saying I could do it for somebody else for $10 an hour. This is how desperate I was. I just had to, I had to do something with it. So, fast forward to 2017, and I released a couple albums, and I have accomplishments, man, and they feel good, but I'm still unfulfilled. I'm extremely unfulfilled. And I have people who are paying me good money out of their pocket, out of their hard-earned income to produce for them. And at the time, I feel like I am giving them the best of me because I put my heart, my soul into it. But in retrospection, I'm looking like I just put I put my desperation into it because of how much I needed to validate something from this music. I'm 34 years old. How the fuck have I only gotten this far in music? And then I have this revelation I have this revelation in the summertime, and I say, I just need to get back to my birthplace. I don't know why. I wanted to come back here. Tell my baby girl if she's okay with going. If she would be willing to start a new life. She gets excited about it. She says yes. And we both go home and we start looking up the price of living out here and everything. And it's like someone punched me in my fucking stomach. And all the air's out of me, and I'm just like, all right, you're going to be stuck in Salt Lake, man. And even though my studio was flourishing, I had amazing artists coming through willing to pay me to do shit, I was a mess. I was a fucking mess up here, and I was a functioning mess, though. It wasn't this crippling type of mentality that I had finally got out of. But I was still so uncertain. And I would have these moments of like desperation that would come through, and I would achieve something and I'd be like, whoa, and then I would celebrate way too much because I'm so fucking deprived from just celebration of something. And I have this perpetual cycle to where I'm just, I'm making it, but I'm not fulfilled, I'm not getting anywhere, and I just had to get the fuck away, and I had to see like if I'm playing myself. And so this is where we come with this existential shit that I've been on, man. Because like all along this whole entire time, I'm listening to like as goofy as this shit sounds, all right. And I don't give a fuck because I learned that you can become a student. You don't have to be a follower. Not everything they say is law. You know what I mean? But for whatever fucking reason, like I think in 2013 was the first time that I actually looked up like the term law of attraction because I had heard it a bunch of times. And I had heard all these cliches, you know what I'm saying? And I kept hearing this thing of thoughts become things. And just out of desperation, I remember I was cleaning my house, I was doing laundry, and I looked up like how to keep a positive mindset. That was just like, I just remember I Googled that. And so all this shit came up again, law of attraction. So actually I looked it up by accident. Even though I had heard the term, I'd heard law of attraction. And I'm just like, automatically, man, I automatically discredit myself. Oh, that can't be for me. That's for other people. This is like if some other people put on their pants different than me, right? Always discrediting myself. Always just putting myself down before I even allowed myself to even try something out. Anyway, I believe it was a recording of Earl Nightingale that came up. And it was about a half hour. And it was the first time I had heard like metaphysical, and I had heard like quantum level physics and quantum physics and just like everything being energy and all of this shit. It's the first time I had heard all of this shit. And it's like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So I turn it off and I go back to my life, hoping, wishing, praying, just hoping I get lucky, hoping something happens for me. And I continue down this path, man. And it's just like the whole entire time I have this dream. I have this, like, I know I'm supposed to break this cycle. I'm not supposed to just be another fucking lame. Another fucking just non-contributing, just fucking woe is me, victim ass fucking lame. And I got this baby girl that I'm raising by myself now. By my fucking self. Who looks up to me like I've already sold 10 million albums. Like I've already bought us the fucking mansion. Like I've already done everything that I promised her. Yet I have to figure this shit out. I have to understand how the fuck am I going to do all this? And so for whatever reason, I just start saying think positive. It's just like as simple as that sounds. I just, for years, I would try to think positive. And I can't connect every single dot, but all those cliches that you think are just fucking cliches are actually probably the building blocks for all of this, man. The true foundation for this. If you don't have your fucking mind right, if you don't have your mind right, nothing is worth even obtaining. And if you knew me and you recorded with me before and you knew I was so up and down and bipolar-ish and I was all over the fucking place, well then, here we are, man. And everybody fucking knows that there's always a new leap to turn and evolution and all this good shit, right? So back to all this, man. Like I said, this is podcast episode number 1 of the Compelled podcast, all right? So this is going to be all over the place. I'm not even going to edit this shit. Bear with me because I promise you that there are some gems here, okay? I wish I would have started this out like a lot more smooth than I would have got you already, but I'm figuring it all out up here, all right? I'm figuring it all out. And I hate cameras, man. So anyway, this whole entire time in Salt Lake while I'm trying to do this this crib studio and I'm trying to like do my music and I'm just really trying to elevate everything, I just started getting into like a lot of teachers, man, like a lot of like motivational speakers and shit like that it just actually, you know, I'm getting ahead of myself. So there's artists that are coming through and I'm producing for them and I'm engineering for them and I'm writing for them and I'm doing all kinds of shit and they're shining, they're off and they're doing the thing, man. They know who they are and they're just like doing amazing. Now, as an engineer and as a producer, that felt good. As an artist, I felt like shit. I felt like shit because my art, my substance, everything that I was like on the back burner. And that was created by me because it was about like, oh, I had to pay these bills. And I kept lying to myself like, keep working for other artists, pay your bills. And it's just unfulfillment. The whole entire time, I'm just unfulfilled. I'm unfulfilled. I think I'm fulfilled, but I'm not. And so here comes this journey of mine, and I started learning about the law of attraction. And then from 2013, when it made no sense, we're getting into the end of 2015 to the beginning of 2016, and I'm just soaking up game. I'm just listening to whoever can speak this shit, but I don't understand it yet. It's just like a silver lining, like, oh, okay, you know, because if you go back to my first album and even my latest album, I have a song called My Mind and My Mind Too. I had no idea that all of this shit was going to lead me to here. And My Mind 1 is a beautiful fucking portrait, but it is misery to the fullest degree. When I listen to it and I remember the mindset I was in, I didn't even write that song. It just came to me. I was recording it in Glendale. Fucking, if you from Glendale, man, and you know what the fuck I'm talking about. I was there. I was at my brother's house. I was right there on fucking 4th South, 9th West, just gutter, man. Just fucking, and I remember the song came to me, and it was just like the torment of my mind as a human, as a so-called man. And then we fast forward to the following album like 4 years later, and I have this My Mind Part 2, which just came to me again, and it was my torment as an artist, as an inadequate artist, as like somebody who was like begging just to be a part of this, right? And now here we are. With like, it's like bliss up here. fucking happy. I'm confident. I'm confident. Now, confidence isn't like, oh man, I got the freshest fit on, man. You know what I'm saying? I got money, I can look good, I feel good. Yo, I'm fucking broke. I'm broke. I'm walking around out here in Vancouver with fucking holes in my shoes. But you know what? My daughter looks like I got money. My daughter looks pressed as fuck. I'm confident. I don't give a fuck what people think anymore, man. I don't give a fuck. Look at, man. Look at that. Now, motherfuckers, all these beautiful women who hit me up privately and be like, how come you don't smile in your pictures? You should smile. You should smile. And I just say some bullshit like, oh, man, it's just fucking, you know, that's just who I am. That's just who I am. I'm going to smile when there's a reason to fucking smile. About my fucking smile. But trust me, right now, man, I'm smiling in my heart, man. I'm from the fucking gutter. I'm from the gutter. Had fucked up teeth my whole life, man. This is who the fuck I am, and I'm embracing it. So this is where we are. I'm finding a path here. Please stay with me, man. I know they're like, this dude is rambling his ass off, but you know what? This is the universe speaking. I am completely sober, man. I don't do shit. I haven't felt a hangover in 6 months, and all I was doing was fucking drinking in Salt Lake. I have clarity. If I do partake in fucking in cannabis, it's like now it's literally my own time, and I treat it as a plant meditation, or excuse me, as a plant medication, and I pair it with meditation. I'm not even with the getting blown just to get blown anymore, and that's not even like that's a whole nother story. You know what I mean? Because I got away from just being a fucking lame and getting high for fucking all the time, and this is sobriety, man. This is me getting up, taking my baby girl to school, working my ass off, and then finding meditation and finding myself and all of this. This is what the fuck I want to share with you guys, because I know there's so much shit that I can connect the dots with, and I'm failing miserably right now, but I feel that the people who this is meant for are going to stick with it, and they're going to get the gems, and they're going to be able to decipher my ramblings. And come Compelled episode number 2, who knows what I'll be compelled to speak about. But this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. So back to the law of attraction. I'm sitting here and I'm putting together my album, The Alternating Currents, which is mind-blowing because it's all about energy, and it's all about like even the album cover has like, this is not a fucking plug. I don't give a fuck, man. I know what my music is. I don't need people. I'm not begging for fans. I don't give a fuck. I'm not even gonna give you no links. I don't give a fuck. But my album cover is literally every single color of natural electricity, right? I'm not knowing about all this energy shit. This is just all coming to me. I'm putting together this double disc album. The first one is, the first CD is Waiting Room, and the second one is Beautifully Human. It's like the question and the conclusion. Not even realizing like, yo, I'm on this fucking path. Like, you are finding the way out, just like I'm finding the way in this video. So I start fucking finding inspirational shit on YouTube just to put in songs, just to have it in the waiting room songs. Not even realizing who the fuck I'm sampling. Not even realize that E.T., fucking Les Brown, and so many more would end up impacting my fucking life, man. Just people who said what I needed to fucking hear. And so here we come with the law of attraction. Like I say, I have this like mental breakdown in the summer of 2017. I say I need to come back. I need to get the fuck out of Salt Lake. As much as I love the place, I need to get out of there. I need to experience shit. I need to see more. I need to see more than what I saw for 30 fucking years. And so here we are, get punched in the stomach. No way that's gonna happen. Already falling behind the bills and shit. And I just tell my daughter, well, I'm just gonna grind. I'm just gonna work for it. And then 2 days later, I get a phone call from the most amazing man, and may he rest in peace. He just passed away. My Uncle Doug, my fucking savior, man. And he calls me up out of nowhere. He's been battling with his health, and he says, I need you to come out here and see me. And I tell him, it's crazy, man. We were just talking about Washington, and now we get to go out there. And so a few weeks pass, and we come out here, and we spent 2 weeks out here, and him and I have this conversation, and I tell him, like, you know, I've been trying to move out here, and I really want to move out here. And he said, excuse me, I got dogs out here barking. My uncle's probably home. I'm gonna get back because I'm getting emotional. And I said I wasn't gonna edit this, but I'm not gonna cry on camera and shit, man. I'm gonna get right back. All right, I'm back. Check it out. It was probably perfect timing for them dogs to start barking and my dear uncle to come home for lunch, because motherfucker was getting emotional and I was rambling. I was kind of all over the place. I just had a brief little break. I was able to go pick up my baby girl from school. You know, we took our dog to the park and did all that normal, beautiful shit that we're blessed to do. You know what I mean? That people in their heart who are rich look at as like, damn, this is a beautiful life. But anyway, I was able to look over the last 25 minutes I have recorded of this first Compelled podcast. And it's actually, you know, I'm all over the place. I'm new to this. I don't give a fuck. This is me. For once, I don't need to be perfect for anything. But I realize it's all content because I skipped over so much or I didn't elaborate on stuff. And that's where I realized it's all content. So this one, this last part of this video is going to be a lot more concise. And we're going to get to the point of all of this, okay? So anyway, have a conversation with my uncle. Tell him how bad we want to come out here. And him being the man he is, he says, I don't have much space. As you can see, we're living on top of each other. But whatever space I have, it's yours. Let's just speed up the situation, man. We enjoy our vacation. Sahara and I, we go over to Portland. We go across the water. And lighting's looking all fucked up. Hold up right quick. We go across the water. And it just hits me. I said, you know what? If that's not the law of attraction, then what the fuck else is? Was it like this thing on The Secret? I know we all saw The Secret, right? The Secret has some beautiful gems in it. But personally, I think The Secret has a lot of bullshit in it. A lot of bullshit, man. Because, you know what? Maybe it's not bullshit. Maybe I'm wrong for even having that judgment. The Secret could have been delivered in a lot. I don't know. They're just, the delivery of some of the people on it came off as some bullshit, right? Because it's like, I think you have millions of people sitting around staring at a vision board and being like, manifest, 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 manifest. Now, I do believe that there are true masters of the universe. I do believe that there are true wizards of the brain who can do some shit that is unexplained. I'm not at that level yet, but I'm going to tell you right now, I wanted to come to Washington, and I was missing my dear uncle. I would have dreams about this man all the time. And it was him who got us out here to Washington. And I gave up a nice apartment for our standards, man. It was our kingdom. It was our castle. It was our palace. It was my baby had her room. You know what I'm saying? I had my studio. I had my booth. I had it all. And right now, I'm 5 months out here, and housing's expensive as fuck. Like I said, I'm broke. I have every reason to say life ain't working out. I have every reason to say, yo, this is a struggle. I have every reason to be that whiny little bitch, that fucking victim. But I'm happy. How the fuck did I just give up everything? I ain't made music in 5 months. I ain't done anything productive as far as physically working on this dream in 5 months. All I've done for 5 months is go inside. All I've done for 5 months is go inside. Detached from everything that I was chasing. Detached from everything that I used to fucking hold weight. That used to hold weight on my mind, or used to take up valuable real estate in this beautiful mind of mine. 5 months. 5 months of just personal development. Everything that I was doing in Utah, but like on steroids, right? Like escalated, because I'm not waking up with hangovers. I'm not downing 18 fucking beers in a night and just feeling validated because, hey, my bills are paid, my baby's taken care of. I'm not some fucking drunk. I'm not some alcoholic puking. She doesn't see me in any kind of crazy light. But motherfucker, it's an alcoholic's an alcoholic, right? So I'm out here, and I went deep into the mind. I went deep. I started meditating. Everything that I couldn't grasp in Utah, that I was desperately grasping for this shit. Desperately. This whole all these teachings, this law of attractions, this thought becomes things, and all of this stuff, I started taking to the next level out here because I was able to approach it sober, and I was able to approach it with clarity, and not realizing the clarity that it was going to give me. Now, I'm not going to get into all this meditation. I'm not going to sell you on this shit. That could be another episode. But what I'm telling you is, once you go inside yourself, once you truly go inside yourself, and you find happiness inside yourself, that's when everything changes, okay? That's where I want to touch on about thoughts become things. Because I didn't sit back and manifest some mansion out here that me and my daughter just magically came to because the law of attraction said that it would be so. But I'm fucking rich in my heart right now. I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my life right now. I'm the most focused I've ever been in my life right now. So what I could tell you as far as my reality with the law of attraction is, and everybody's different, right? Maybe somebody couldn't just do all that shit and boom, you got a house. However it works, more power to you. This is my shit. The law of attraction makes you become the motherfucker who can achieve that shit. To where I can be a man of my word, a father of my promises, an artist of destiny. To where numbers will go into my head and I can see that as obtainable. I can see my worth. I can see what the fuck I've done. I can listen to my last album and see what I've done. I can listen to my Musical Brothers album and see what the fuck I've done. I listen to Fragmented Soul all the fucking time and I see a motherfucking superstar right there. In someone who is just figuring it out him damn self. This law of attraction, these thoughts become things, right? Fucking weed out your fucking mind, okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, there is a reason why I feel like I am probably the happiest person on earth right now. Fucked up teeth. Grimy looking glasses. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, look at this. Look at this. This is the nicest pair of shoes I own right now. This is the nicest pair of shoes I own right now. Look at, this is it. This is me. I don't give a fuck. This is me, right? This is me. Never thought that I'd get on a computer. Never thought that I'd talk to this camera. Never thought that unless everything was perfect and I was perfectly presentable and you guys saw what success was at the top. So why the fuck am I going to wait until I'm successful? By your standards, all right? By society standards, by my family standards, by whoever the fuck is looking at me in judgment. Why am I going to wait until I'm in that 5-bedroom dream house that I promised my daughter to start doing these videos and being like, look at me now, motherfucker, look at me shining. Oh shit, law of attraction, law of attraction. Nah, create the motherfucker you want to be. That's the law of attraction. It creates the motherfucker that you know you are. It's taking a motherfucking piece of marble and seeing the sculpture and carving that motherfucker, freeing that motherfucker from the block of marble. I'm creating this daily. Daily. I feel richer than I've ever felt in my fucking life. Let me get my light right. I look like fucking Jesus shining down on a motherfucker right now. Go inside yourself. Okay? Go inside yourself. And start creating the motherfucker that will attract opportunities, that will attract everything that your heart desires. Okay? Because now I know today that I could promise every single person that I ever had that money talk with and every single person that ever influenced me or contributed to my life, and I said, yo, I got you on the back end of all this. I could be a man of my word, a father of my promises, and an artist of destiny right now, broke as fuck, sharing a room with my aunt, with my daughter, waiting for something to come through. But I'm rich. I'm fucking rich because now I have clarity. Now I have clarity. And fucking in Utah, I could have somebody give me a couple $1,000s for a project with no clarity. With no clarity and just being like, oh, is this how it's going to happen? Is this how it's going to happen? And be so worried about fucking the future and how it's going to happen. I'm in the moment. I know what the fuck is reality. I know what is certain. It's already happened for me, man. I will step on fucking stage when I return to Salt Lake City. It will not be as some Walmart-ass producer. And it's not to validate. It's not to get a validation from these motherfuckers who don't see what's right in front of them. It's because it's already happened. I know it to be fact. because I went inside. I connected all of the dots. I could listen to my first project and listen to it with amazement now rather than with ridicule. I can stop walking around with this imposter syndrome and know that I am the shit. I know what the fuck I am. Nobody's gonna fuck with me with this music shit because I was the only one who was able to fuck with me. And by fuck with me, I mean fucking myself up. You know how many fucking times I burnt bridges with beautiful artists because I was unfulfilled? Thoughts become things, man. This is where I want to end it on, okay? This isn't the shiny side of law of attraction. This isn't the shiny side of thoughts becoming things, all right? I remember vividly being 17 or 18 years old chilling in the legendary garage of Rose Park, right? Where everybody chilled and seeing a bunch of old heads at the time rapping in the corner. And everybody's like doing this cypher, can't rap for shit. And I'm sitting back and I'm observing, and that became my biggest fear. Because at the time I was 17 or 18, and I think some of these cats were like 27, 28. And to me, I was just like, damn, these fools look washed up. And that was it. Just like washed up, just still talking about selling dope. And most of the motherfuckers was living with their mom and shit. And that seared into my brain so much, man. And if that's not proof of thought becoming things, then I don't know what is, because it's not about just the positive shit. If you focus your attention on just positive shit, that's going to manifest. That's going to happen. You are going to attract the person that you're supposed to become. You attract the God in you. I don't give a fuck about what your religion is. I don't give a fuck about what your belief is, but you attract the creator of reality in you. If you have a baby, you are a creator of reality. You created their reality. It's all within us. It's all within us, right? But the thoughts becoming things is a detriment to the majority of all of us, because Pete Gang, I dropped my first album when I was 29 years old. Washed the fuck up. Living at my brother's house. On felony probation. Broke. Welfare. Food stamps. I became my exact fucking fear. And I was a fucking dinosaur. 2012, I remember hitting the streets with a burned CD, and people were back then are like, damn, you still trying to sell CDs? I wasn't even on Facebook, didn't know anything about the social media, didn't realize that the internet would be the world. I became that washed up fucking lame of a man. But by the grace of the Creator, by the grace of me being a creator and having my daughter, having my X factor, having my fucking reason to level the fuck up yearly, I was able to slowly come out of that. Slowly come out of that. And here I am. About to be 35 years old. Thanks to my dear Uncle Doug, may you rest in peace. My dear Uncle Wayne, man, you know I love you. My dear Aunt Shauna. My law of attraction worked. Because I'm in Washington, I'm back to the birthplace. 360, baby, full circle. 360 degrees. That's not just a beautiful coincidence, that is the area code. The rebirth is out here. I have clarity. I have vision. I know exactly what I'm doing out here. I'm watching it all unfold. And it's unfolding in here. And it's unfolding in here. And it's divine confidence. It is looking back and seeing all of the dots connecting and being like, okay, motherfucker, if your thoughts became things and you became that 29-year-old, washed up, salty as fuck, mad at the world, ass motherfucker, then watch your thoughts become things when you create this dude before you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this dude before you, whether you know me or you thought you knew me or you think you know me, you don't know shit about this dude before you. And whoever sees this and follows along on this podcast and follows along on this channel and follows along on all of my future endeavors and everything that I'm going to do, this is not a fucking plug, homie. I don't give a fuck. Don't even listen to the music. I don't care. The universe tells me how great my music is. My music changes fucking lives. That's all I need to know. That's all the validation I ever needed. But it took me to come out here, to go deep within myself, to understand all of this shit, all of these thoughts becoming things, to look at my past. Accountability is your fucking savior. There's a reason why I was salty. There's a reason why I felt like back 7, 8 years ago I had to be the hip-hop police and call out all these fake fuckboys. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Because how fake was I? How fake was I to sit there and act like it was just off of principle why I had so much tension back in the day in the music industry, or in the so-called music underground, whatever the fuck Salt Lake calls that shit. And all it was just my fear of being inadequate. My fear of, oh fuck, are they getting the fans that are supposed to listen to me? Just being a fucking lame. And the law of attraction created this motherfucker right here, who I am today. I'm the greatest father I've ever even been. You know what? I contribute, man. I got character, man. I'm not out here fucking chasing a high. I'm not out here fucking judging anything. I support everything, and I'm a motherfucking killer on this motherfucking music shit. I know what I can do. I would never, ever be on this damn podcast, be on this damn camera, showing all of my flaws and everything, if I didn't tell you that this shit is real, because now you guys are going to participate in the glow up. This is the glow up, and may your glow up continue. All that shit. If you don't like who you are, kill that motherfucker. Kill that motherfucker. Look it up, man. Look it up. Look. If you want to sit back and just manifest money, you want to sit back and do whatever the fuck you want to do, I'm not going to sit there and say what they say is wrong, what they say is right. But all I know is how come every single person who's preaching this is only at the pinnacle of success now that they're preaching it. So you're going to watch me take this journey. You're going to watch me buy this fucking house for my daughter. You're going to watch me get these millions of fucking dollars that I know I deserve. I have a backpack full of fucking CDs that I know in my fucking heart, is worth millions of dollars. But the fact that I don't have a fucking clarity back then, and I didn't even connect all the dots, and I'm still walking around here with this fucking, with my heart and soul on a disc, and this, people don't even know where to get it at. It's all about connecting the dots, man. It's all about connecting the dots, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's in you. Your thoughts are becoming your things. If you're fucking tired of just life, go deep within inside yourself. And I'm gonna, you know what? I will share information on how I did it and how I'm doing it and how I stay vibrating, man. I'm at this like godlike frequency. Like I could feel it. I know that there's something out here. There is something to all of this, right? If I can feel one with everything around me, and I don't have nobody to answer to but myself and my daughter. Okay, I'm not preaching no religion. I'm not preaching like what I'm saying is right. I'm telling you right now, as someone who is completely sober, I never took an antidepressant in my fucking life. Why am I the happiest motherfucker on earth right now? Why do I feel comfortable enough to tell my daughter that, yo, watch us get this fucking house. Your house. Your dream house. That's accountability. Do you know how fucking lame I'm gonna look if I don't come through, if my daughter's 21 still waiting on this goddamn house? Accountability, man. Watch. People are going to see what the fuck it is, man. So your thoughts are becoming your reality. This is the truth. This is not me like the one homeboy who's always like in that big ass Beverly Hills, like, oh man, get like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all fine and dandy, but I'm telling you right now, I am rich. Today, I am richer than any of those millions will ever make my bank account. And that is because of what I've become, what I've created, and my thoughts becoming things. And there's so much more that I can get into, and I can start telling you all kinds of crazy shit that's happening to me out here in my birthplace, but this is all I wanted to do. This is all I wanted to do, is show you that there's a different side to this law of attraction, man. And if all you're doing is worrying about your bills, if all you're doing is just fucking thinking mediocre thoughts, if all you're doing is just, if you don't see yourself as the highest form of you, look up what the fuck a paradigm is, okay? Look up what a paradigm is, and then look in the mirror and see what your paradigm is. I'm here for a fucking reason, because people from my from my background and from everything that we come from, we ain't supposed to be hip to all this shit, man. This is for the fucking 1%ers. This is for everybody else. This is for the people on the other side of the gates and shit. So why the fuck is it making so much sense to me? So if it, like, everybody will listen to advice coming from a rich man. Let's see who listens to advice coming from a poor man. From your perspective, a poor man. You know what I'm saying? A man of meager means. Yet I walk with my head high, man. I illuminate. I go into the room and I know who the fuck I am. I put pen to a paper and I know who the fuck I am. I put my thoughts to camera now and I know who the fuck I am. I haven't done a minute worth of music out here. And I feel like I've already advanced way more in the last 5 months than in the 17 years of chasing this music before. Like, it's up in here, man. It's all in here. Your thoughts are becoming everything around you. I'm going to end it like that. And you're going to watch my thoughts and this little podcast of mine and this little, you know what I'm saying, this little online presence, my little YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? Fucking all of my music, anything, any endeavor, you guys are going to watch all of this shit grow exponentially. And then I could be the proof to so many people because I know I can feel it when I speak anything like, and this isn't no slight to any of my family or anything, but when it's just me talking, it's just little Tony talking. It's just like, oh, there he goes again. He's talking about all that shit. And I don't blame you. I don't blame people. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck am I to give advice, right? But here I am. You're going to get to take this journey. People are going to watch the glow up. This is the motherfucking glow up right here. This is Compelled Podcast, episode 1. I am the mystery, a.k.a. pimpish hippie, all that other good shit that I know. You know what I mean? Long hair, don't care. Pretty teeth, bitch. What?